Millions of people are expected to pack the nation's airports today on what will be the busiest travel day in 7 years. News Channel 5's Cuthbert Langley is out at our own airport this morning checking out the crowd. So Cuthbert, how does it look so far?
Hey, good morning, Jennifer. It's been pretty crowded all morning. We've been out here since about 4 o'clock, and we've just seen a steady flow of people coming in and out of the airport. Though, when we talk about flights, only 2 are delayed right now, only by 15 minutes. So we really aren't seeing a lot of delays or really any cancellations at all. But let me step out and show you. It seems like the lines are going to be pretty much the biggest worry you have this morning. You can see lots of folks lining up here at the Southwest counter, ready to check in. The security lines are running about 15 minutes right now, so you definitely want to add an extra bit of time to your morning routine coming here to the airport. But this is a scene that's been playing out all week. It has been very crowded here at the Nashville airport, and AAA actually even says that they're actually estimating the number of those flying this year will be the highest it's been since 2007. About 4% more people this year are flying this year than they did last year, so that puts it above about 44.4 million people. Earlier this week, of course, we had the concerns of those bad storms and how those could affect flights. No worries, though, about that here. And again, we really are seeing delays only about 15 or so minutes. But of course, before you head out the door this morning, if you are flying out of Nashville or have family in town, you can actually head to our website, newschannel5.com, click on news links, and there's actually a flight tracker right there. You can type in your flight information and see what your flight looks like before heading out the door this morning. Of course, we'll be here all morning keeping a check on everything for you, but for now, we're live here at the Nashville International Airport. I'm Cuthbert Langley, News Channel 5 HD.
All right, Cuthbert, thank you. And TSA screeners confiscated a loaded gun out at the airport yesterday. A 31-year-old passenger headed for Atlanta had this loaded and chambered pistol in his carry-on luggage. When the .40 caliber handgun was found, TSA notified Metro Police, who arrested the man. This was the 45th weapon to be found at the Nashville International Airport this year. The search is on for 4 men involved in a home invasion earlier this morning in East Nashville. Happened just before 3 a.m. on Minette Court near Paulawood Drive. A family of 4, including 2 children, was asleep when the 4 men kicked in their back door. One of the men demanded money, and when the father refused, the robbers forced the family to the front room and held them at gunpoint, while the robbers stole several items, including a TV, purse, clothing, and a shotgun. The robbers included a white man between the ages of 20 and 30 who was 5'3" and 125 pounds. He was wearing a red and black coat and a red hat. Another of the robbers was a black man who was 6'1", 160 pounds, wearing a brown shirt and brown stocking cap with a white pattern. The third robber was a black man between 25 and 35, 6 feet tall, 200 pounds, with dark skin and gaps in his teeth. He was wearing a black ski mask. And the fourth man was also African American, 6'1", with a short haircut. He was wearing a white shirt. Fire destroyed a home in Murfreesboro overnight. Crews arrived to the home on Wilson Avenue just before 2 this morning. When they arrived, they found flames throughout the house. Authorities say no one was home at the time and no one was injured. There's no word yet on what caused the fire. And police are still looking for the burglar who broke into a small business in East Nashville Friday night. Sometime between 10 and 11 p.m., someone shattered the front door of the Trunk Nashville on Fatherland Street and stole several $1,000s worth of clothing. The store was open yesterday but had to cancel its Small Business Saturday specials. Small Business Saturday was a day of hope for store owners in the Sylvan Park area. Several small shops and restaurants sit along Murphy Road. This summer, the city put in a roundabout nearby to help with the traffic flow in the growing community. But in doing so, they took away a lot of the parking in front of the businesses. Store owners say the construction severely impacted them.
We've already spent several $1,000s trying to figure out how we can get a few more parking spots around and back and so forth.
We're told many of the stores here will offer sales through the holidays, hoping shoppers will make a little extra effort to visit them. And the Black Friday numbers are in, and shoppers spent just over $9 billion at stores the day after Thanksgiving this year. According to data from ShopperTrack, that's a drop of 7% from last year, but it's still too early to call the holiday shopping season a bust. Meanwhile, ShopperTrack says sales on Thanksgiving itself jumped 24% to just over $3 billion, and those figures do not include online sales.